Just in case there's some misinformation on the internet, care to share your birthday
January 19th.
and your age at this point?
I'm 47 years old, but I'm 20. And my
N-
dick still works. Pause.
Now, does ageism exist in rap? And if so, what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, it does. I mean, but just physically. I mean, intangibly, that shit don't. If you can still do what you do, I mean, because if that was the point, wouldn't nobody give a fuck about what Jay-Z was talking about, or 2 Chainz, or Too Short. I mean, these are seasoned people like myself. So, I mean, they're kind of like the exception that disproves the rule. So, there we are.
And at this point in your career, do you consider yourself a legacy artist?
I consider myself legendary.
And what is your definition or characteristics of that phrase?
Weathering any motherfucking storm, I'm still here. I'm weathering.
And is this a self-proclaimed phrase or people have called you this?
It's people. It's people. That's why I say that's why I said legendary and not a legend. I'm not gonna call myself a legend, but I mean I do take legendary steps from time to time.
Now, musically speaking, how far do you see yourself going with this?
Shit, further as I can.
Because there was a time in 2017 when you had announced a retirement.
Mm-hmm.
And then 6 months later, you release an album.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So curious, what led to that statement way back when? What got you out of it? And how do you feel at this point on the phrase of retirement?
People fucking with me. Ah man, come on, man. Give us one more, man. I'm like, for what? Like, I got everything I want. I don't need shit from nobody. I don't need no money. So it's like, for what? And then, I do the shit the same way every time. Like, I put out a record, fuck with it for a couple months, then I go back to the streets. Put out a record, fuck with it for a couple months, go back to the streets. So then, when I really concentrate on it, I end up in places like this. You know what I'm saying? Doing press and shit. When I don't, I put out dope bodies work. My cult-like following supports the fuck out of it. They make me able to live the way that I live. That's why I put so many songs on the record so I can feed, give them that love back. And I think retiring is necessary because you can run yourself into the ground. And I mean, who's to say you can't come back if you want to? But it wasn't my decision to come back. I mean, it was just every time I post some shit, I can post a motherfucking, I just bought some motherfucking, I got a snow cone. Bitch ass nigga, fuck this snow cone. I need some music. Every time you look at I'm sick of this candy cut ass shit out here. Where's the real shit? I be like you can't jam with, I don't want to just mumble rap this ass shit. Like, come on, nigga. Like, motherfuckers really seeing me at the store, like, so you really ain't gonna just give us no music? I'm like, nah. Boy, you a hoe for that. Nah, nigga, you a hoe. Like, really arguing with a motherfucker because I'm not dropping music. That's some hoe ass shit, man. You gonna really leave me out here with this bullshit, bitch ass nigga? And I'm like, I got to be a bitch. Yeah, you a bitch ass nigga. Go to the studio, bitch ass nigga. And I'm like, this shit is pretarded. But I mean, and I wanted to stay the fuck retired, but cause my knees hurt. I'm old and a bitch. But I can still do this shit, so I guess I gotta keep doing this shit.
So that wasn't a statement for clout back then. That wasn't a gimmick.
Shit. I ain't need a gimmick because I mean, I've been charging the most out of these independent motherfuckers in my city, getting it for a very long time. So I mean, I definitely didn't need nothing. I definitely didn't need nothing. I mean, I was honestly just on some, you know what, especially in 2017 when I did that around No Love Boulevard, I was like, I was fucking with with one of my daughters harder than I ever did before. She had showed some interest in cheerleading and shit like that, and I was like, it feel better to get up and go to the game with a folding chair. And I mean, you know, football is cool, but I'm out here to watch my little girl, seeing her with her little homegirls and just running around, and I'm like, damn, this is a version of me. Then you know my other daughters, I'm checking that shit out. The sons, I'm checking this shit out. So I was like, I actually feel better fucking with them than getting up trying to book studio time somewhere to go deal with some bitch ass motherfucker that's gonna be, you know, not doing what the fuck I need him to do in the session or some shit like that. So I really fuck with my kids. So I mean, that's where that was coming from at the time. And to put names on it, it was my daughter Paris, my daughter Taylor. They was kind of etching my life at the time out, and it was like, you know, Paris needed me for something. Taya, I ain't gonna say she needed me for something, but let's just say I needed her for something. So I mean, that shit was kind of filling me out. So to come back to music, it took a whole lot of motherfuckers fucking with me in order for me to be here right now.